game
or something.
went through, then that game could have been all right.
Yeah,
maybe. You know, guys, I know we're kind of shitting all over Lost via Domus, but I feel like maybe there's some space here to give voice to a dissenting opinion and really help us evaluate this. And so instead of stealing from my brother and me, and doing another Yahoo Answer, I'm going to steal from Keith and Kyle's run through of all the Sonic games and do a quick reading from Amazon.com's reviews for Lost via Domus. This isn't as good as that, but it's still pretty good. This is from Alma from Kentucky. She says something different if you don't like shooter games. 5 stars. I absolutely love the TV show, and I was excited to see that there was a video game. Then I read all the bad reviews and had second thoughts. I am not much on shooter games. In fact, the only shooter I like is Gears of War 2. I think Xbox 360 is geared more towards men than women, because most games are shooter games.
Great.
Anyway, so I debated and finally decided to get it. I was pleasantly surprised after I played this game. It was something different that wasn't too action-packed and kill or be killed. The smoke monster is really the only thing you have to worry about killing you. Phil, this woman says the only thing that should be killing you is the smoke monster, and I've seen you die like 10 times. This
woman who only plays this game and Gears 2.
Gears 2. It had a nice little storyline that is different from the TV show, of course. The graphics are just okay, and the achievements are very easy to get. I didn't like how they weren't able to get all the real character voices for the games, but it's no big deal. All in all, the game is for you if you aren't too crazy about shooter games, or if you're looking for something different from all the other hyped up games. And it's an easy 1,000 gamer points. Smiley face. So I just think, we should take this to heart, guys, and maybe be a little bit.
This game's pretty great.
Maybe this game is.
Sorry, if it doesn't have left trigger aim, right trigger shoot, I don't want any part of it.
I love
I have another review from Amazon if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, please.
This is 5 stars.
There's got to be
from
some good
Stephen
reviews
Herring.
on Metacritic that we should check too. User reviews.
Good call.
5 stars from Stephen Herring called "A Lost Fan's Dream."
How did I miss that one?
This game was all I was expecting, and it was amazing. Some people are complaining it was slow and boring. Not the case. This game is more or less 6 episodes of Lost. They were written by the writers of the show.
Oh, thank God, we're over half done then.
and are suspenseful and exciting as an episode on TV. The graphics are pretty good, but the storyline is where it gains the 5 stars. The ending alone will blow you away and leave you begging for more. It's amazing cruising around the island and exploring the Hydra, the Pearl, and my favorite, the Swan, among many others. There are great secrets and props that true Lost fans will love. These locations are represented in amazing authenticity. Even Calvin's blood on the ceiling of the Swan. This game gives you everything you expect from a normal episode. Bad game, but hell of an episode. If you're a Lost fan, you should pick up a copy and try and alleviate some Lost withdrawal until it comes back in January. Highly recommended.
Phil, would you say that you are cruising around the island right now?
Cruising is maybe not the best word for it. I don't know what I'm supposed to take a picture of here. I'm actually, I'm going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom. Can you guys handle the stream all on your own without me for a minute?
No.
I don't know. Kyle, did you bring any SNES games?
I haven't even been listening to anything that you've said this whole time, so probably.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine. You guys enjoy this. Enjoy this pause screen.
I found that in the PS3 version.
Oh, I was only
reviews, and I think you were probably looking in the PC version.
I probably was.
The Xbox version, by the way, is $40 more than the PS3 version and $60 more than the PC version, and only has 1 review. And it's 4 stars.
Bleeding Heart says, Hanafuda time. I think it's time.
Oh God, I wish.
Oh, you don't have You're at work. That's the worst.
Yeah.
I
actually bought a whole stack of NES games today.
You bought a whole stack?
A whole stack.
Are they for us to be doing, or are they just for fun?
Some of them might be fun. I don't know.
Are they Mario
Yeah,
things?
I just kind of bought them. I just went to a local game store because I had a paycheck, and I was like, I want to spend this on classic video games that I can walk out of the store with and have them in my hand instead of wait for Amazon to deliver them, and that's what I did. They didn't. I was hoping like the store would have like some better games for Super Nintendo, but instead I just ended up going with like kind of picking games randomly out of the NES section and just kind of keeping them.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
it happens.
By the way, the 4-star review for the Xbox 360 version of Lost Via Domus is called "Honestly Me," and "me" is in quotes.
What?
I don't know that it can live up to that amazing title.
Honestly, me. Man, this game sucks.
This game is pretty bad, you guys. I'm really mad that this won. I forget what else was in that list that I wanted, but something.
This is Kyle's fault, right?
Oh, Kyle.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, I wanted to see what was up with this game.
Well, he says we're halfway through it, so maybe it'll go with one more session.
We're
Yeah,
probably
this
more.
game is
Yeah,
so
we're probably more
short.
than halfway through it. Well,
See,
yeah. What else is on the list, Kyle?
But Keith,
Look
Yeah,
at all
the
you
problem
fuckers in
is-
the chat who voted for this. You are part of the problem.
first of all, but when I asked people to vote for this game, I didn't realize that he was going to play the whole thing, but it's short
Oh.
anyways.
Yeah.
But see, this is so much. You say that this is bad, but it's really so much better than Gun, because Gun is just okay, and there's nothing. Like, this
Right.
is hilariously bad. Like,
Yeah,
that is true.
There's no, like, super shitty character models to joke about with Gun, really.
And Gun doesn't have a community of fans who want to go into the Gunverse. So-
Exactly.
Yeah, if I googled "is gun real," nothing would happen except for
But Keith,
like, yeah.
there was Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. But maybe that can be next time. I don't know.
Hey,
Banjo-
hi.
Banjo-Kazooie and Nuts and Bolts would have been a way better game.
I agree with
It's
that.
also way longer.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to finish it.
No, we do.
Somebody says Banjo-Kazooie
No,
isn't a
it
bad
does.
game, right? Though, yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, no, I mean,
What?
I had a bunch of games on the poll that there were a couple that were not bad, like Banjo-Kazooie, Dead Island, Condemned 2.
Condemned 2 is great. Well,
Oh man, I can't.
I might
those games are
contend
like way
Dead
too much.
Island is perhaps not very good.
I mean, like,
I have fond
an
memories of
argument
that
could be
game,
made
so-
that it is not the greatest game, but I think it's pretty fun. I think under the right circumstances, it's pretty fun.
But I think it's only
I
fun.
paid $50 for it
Yeah.
and felt very mad that I would not get any of those $50 back. So
Really? I enjoyed it, but I don't know.
I
I enjoyed it.
I also enjoyed it, but I played it.
I got it
free
later for a
Kyle
lot
Steam.
cheaper, so.
Oh, okay, I bought it like right when it came out.
That's also one. Another reason that I think Dead Island would be a good choice for the stream is that's one that we could play theoretically. We could play co-op, and
Oh, yeah.
and then we would have have co-op stuff going on, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Or you know what we could do? You know what we could do? Dark Souls.
I've done some Dark Souls. I'll stream some more Dark Souls at some point.
So, do we know anything about that Sony thing yet?
No,
It should
5
be
more
starting.
minutes.
Yeah, in 5 minutes. Oh my god!
I'm gonna
what I'm
I'm
supposed
gonna
to.
I'm gonna sneak in one more little short Yahoo answer that no one here has seen actually, that I only just found recently. Had nothing to do. Well, I guess it has something to do with Lost because I feel like there's some similarities between the author of this question and the authors of Lost. The author is Maria H. She asks, "How to start a book about a cat with magic powers?" Okay, people out there, how would you start a story with a cat finds out she has magic powers after she finds something that's strange? Now what can be the strange thing, and how would you start it? The best answer comes from Boris Egbert, who says, who really answers this question as literally as possible. So the question was, how do you start a book about a cow with magic powers? And he says, the cat sat, warming its smooth, sleek, felt black fur against the stone floor next to a lit fire, merrily burning in the hearth. It raised its lethargic head and glanced at the cauldron simmering in the smoke of green acid. A witch crouched, hunched over the cauldron, and carefully stirred with unparalleled sense. The cat, with its cunning mind, realized only too late that the witch planned to force the putrid mixture down its throat. The mixture of ... parentheses, here you insert your special powers. Sources, advanced English student. Great.
What?
Great. That is the best start of a book
Wow.
I've ever
That's
read.
the source, advanced English student?
That's the source, advanced English.
Sorry, hold on. Mognite says, lost via dumbest, am I right?
Yeah, really right.
Burn.
But I want to know, like, advanced English student, this is a high school student, right? Like, for sure?
I don't know. Their name is Boris Egbert. So
But
they're
when
either
you were reading this
foreign or
question,
old.
it did suddenly occur to me the greatest idea in the world. Write an entire novel purely via asking people on Yahoo Answers to provide prose.
Yeah.
I like so
Amazing.
there's always been this thing where people have like people have an idea for a thing and then don't know how to follow through on that thing.
Yeah.
And those people a lot of times are like pretty much anybody from dads to executives like that like have an idea and then don't know what to do with it. But Yahoo Answers and Craigslist are filled with people that have half of an idea and then want people to for free give them the other half.
Yeah, exactly.
There are some other answers here that are actually pretty fucking great.
Guys, I learned my name. It's
Oh,
Elliot.
what is it? Of course it is.
Elliot Maslow.
Like I remember
Subtle.
I remember reading a Craigslist once where some guy what was it? Some guy wanted like he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. He didn't have any jokes, but he had stage presence. He said, I don't have any jokes, but I have great stage presence. So, like, I'll buy you some beers and we'll have a good time. You'll write jokes for me. Like, what? Like, oh yeah, and then in the location area, instead of saying like Boston or New York, it said going to Hollywood.
That's great.
Ah,
Oh man.
fuck that guy. I hate that guy.
Oh yeah. We read that on our Doom video, and we had just been talking about Dane Cook, so I kind of like ended it with like, is this written by Dane Cook?
Oh man, that made me so mad. As someone that does that every once in a while, like for real, when someone's like, I can be on stage and talk probably, so I'm gonna go to Hollywood and just do it. Can you write the actual hard part for me?
Keith, you should listen to or read. Patton Oswalt put out a book called Zombie Spaceship
Wasteland. Yeah,
and there's a story. Yeah, there's a story in there about him meeting a comic in the middle of nowhere in near Vancouver, who's basically like, "Where do you get your jokes?" Expecting him to say like Playboy magazine, and not understanding the very concept of a comic writing their own jokes.
It's just so weird. Yeah, people just like, I don't know. Like I grew up basically at this point way more than half my life like knowing about stand-up, and then when like only after starting doing it realizing like, oh, this is a thing that basically no one cares about but me. It's like kind of disheartening. Like, oh, almost nobody cares about this.
Intend to find out.
The good news is a lot of other people cared about how to start a book with cat powers, magic cat powers,
great.
and had some advice like, if you want to write a book concerning cats, it will be effective if you discuss eyes, as the cat eyes have magic power to attract and also to shed anger.
Also, cat feces has magic power to make humans more receptive to their needs.
Yeah, it's true. There's parasites and shit.
Yeah.
Is this the best looking character model in the game?
The guitar, yeah. I mean, even those oranges look like shit. And it's
Spheres
just a
are
circle
hard,
with some
man.
color.
Listen.
There you are.
Lex D says, probably Catwoman inside out. That's it. That's their answer to this
Probably
question.
cat.
And the last one, Hannah C is not thrilled with this question and says, maybe you should write about a person. No offense.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No offense,
No
but your
offense.
idea of an animal story sounds a little dumb.
I mean, but you can like. Okay, guys, I think I just had an idea. We're smart. We're smart. We're four smart dudes. We could write a way better book about cats because those books, no matter how shitty they are, sell like gangbusters.
I just want to be part of the 4-man novel writing team that writes about magic cats.
Do you guys want to write a book about magic cats?
Can you imagine the press
No, but like
tour?
I said, I want to write a book about it, but I want Yahoo to do it.
Wario64 says Vita price drop.
So you want to?
Guys, Vita
Yep.
Vita price drop.
Ooh, only
Yeah, that was-
19,980 yen from 25,000.
I don't know what that
That's a-
means in US dollars.
I'll buy one.
Like
I do
like
not know anything.
$190 from like 250.
250 or whatever. Yeah.
Sold.
So what are there any games for that system yet?
Persona
think they made
4
one.
Golden?
Yeah,
once
that's...
it can, guys, once it can stream all your PS4 games to your Vita with Gaikai, it won't need any more games.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
you're right.
accurate.
Actually, you know, their instant game collection push is like kind of insidious and sort of genius because I just
Oh, yeah,
recently
it's great.
bought PlayStation. Huh?
Sorry, I was saying, Kavanaugh says it's a 20% discount. Polar Scribe says it is $215 in straight conversion, which, you know, it probably won't be.
Yeah, it'll probably
Yeah.
be $199, right?
Yeah, probably something like that.
But Sony has recently been pushing this thing that they call Instant Game Collection for Vita, which basically just means that PlayStation Plus has been giving out a bunch of free PlayStation Vita games. So it's kind of like, hey, if you have PlayStation Plus, now you have like 15 Vita games. So just go get a Vita. And it's pretty convincing because I do have a bunch of Vita games.
And
now.
like, as much as people make fun of it, I actually love the Vita. I think it's awesome hardware, and I think there's nothing that I would call necessarily a system seller, but there are a lot of pretty cool games on it.
Unless
Right.
you've never played
That-
Persona 4.
Persona 4 is great,
Right.
obviously.
Then there,
Yeah.
then there
and
absolutely is a system seller, and it's Persona 4 Golden.
yeah. Unless you have already have means
A
of playing
PS2.
Persona 4 other ways. But I've been playing that Earth Defense Force on Vita, which is awesome.
oh,
Enter the hatch.
dude,
Yeah, I
you just
played
sold
that.
me on a Vita. I'm getting a Vita.
Earth
They're all
Defense
gonna
Force
be-
on Vita is really fun. I mean, it's just Earth Defense Force.
Wait,
But
there's online co-op, right?
There is.
Oh, can you go
Oh my
stream
God, I'm
that?
getting
Is
a
that a
Vita.
thing you can do?
Wait, get
there's
me a
not
Vita,
currently
and
a
I'll
way to
and I'll
stream
play
it.
with you.
Get me a Vita, he says.
On this list.
EDF is $40. That is kind of steep,
It is a
but
little steep, but it's fun.
Now officially a survivor.
yeah, it is.
815.
I bet if you asked a GameStop for it, like really nice, they just give it to you.
Oh wait, you know what?
Oh,
Speaking
you
of
guys,
game stores,
I've got to go enter the numbers on the Hatch computer.
Oh, shit.
nice.
Oh,
Like,
you're
if you just-
officially a survivor of Flight 815,
I
it
hope
says
they-
on the screen.
Okay, Kyle, so you be a GameStop employee, and I will be you buying Earth Defense Force. I'll be like, can I buy this copy of Earth Defense Force, Kyle?
Wait. So
You're
we're
a
starting in
GameStop
the middle of the
employee.
thing? I thought it was gonna. I thought you were gonna like walk into the store.
No, I already waited in line, and it was a little bit too long, and I'm already
No,
kind of pissed off.
Stop. No, sorry. I feel like I can't get into it. Let's say I'm behind the
Okay.
counter. You're
All
outside
right.
the store. There's
And I
no,
walk-
there's no one else in the store. But you're gonna open the door and walk in. Okay.
Okay,
go.
all right. Ding-ding-ding.
Hi, welcome to GameStop. How can I help you today? Can I help you find anything?
Yeah.
that you need?
Okay. Whoa. Hey. Yeah. I'm looking for a copy of Earth Defense Force for the Vita.
Earth Defense Force. You're talking. You mean Insect Armageddon? It was on the Xbox 360, I think.
No, Earth Defense Force, and it's for the Vita. It's for the Vita for Sony Vita.
Okay, hold on. Let me take. That doesn't sound right to me, but I'll look at my computer here.
Okay. That'll. I guess I can see it. Can I just go grab it?
Yeah. Just hold on. I just need to look.
Okay.
Okay,
But I have.
Well,
I,
you guys.
Um,
I have it in my hand. Can I just? I would like to buy.
I am, sir. Please get out from behind the counter. I'm gonna
I'm
have
not
to ask
behind
you
the-
to leave if you can.
I'm sorry, but
but
I just really
that-
want
yep.
this game.
No, that was my mistake, though. You're right. I do see Earth Defense Force 2017 for the Vita.
Okay, great.
Must be
I'd like
some
to buy
kind of
that.
sequel to Insect Armageddon.
Yep.
And it
I'm
is
pretty
$39.99.
Yeah, but come on.
But
right?
we do actually have it. You can save $5 if you buy it used.
Yeah, but like, I'll just like, come on. Who's gonna take this besides me, right? So
I'm
can I
sorry.
just have it? I'll just like you just give it to me, right?
For
No one else is here.
$39.99. Do you want
No,
scratch
just
protection?
Like, come on, hey, buddy, hey.
Okay. Sir, are you propositioning me because by GameStop guideline, I am not allowed to accept?
I mean, not for sex, but for just giving me this game.
Huh. You're saying you want me to just give you the game for no money? Like you don't buy it, like I just give it to you?
Yeah, because like, who else is going to?
I've never even considered that.
Yeah.
You guys, this is creepy roleplay. Also,
Kyle, I'm mad you
Mario64 says they're showing a PSO2 Vita trailer now. That's Phantasy Star Online 2. Also, apparently in Japan, there's going to be free PlayStation Plus for 7 days,
Okay,
which maybe they'll bring to the US as well. That would be cool.
Yeah.
probably.
Is 7 days is not a long time to have a thing that only works once a month, right?
No.
Yeah, wait, what? What?
Yeah, because for PlayStation Plus, you get a free game once a month, and
No,
1
it's,
week.
It's a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's every week.
Yeah.
Okay.
It updates. Kyle,
Yeah, there's also like discounts and stuff, and it keeps stuff up for like a month. So like when you sign up, you're getting access to like the previous 4 weeks of updates or something
Okay,
like
that's
that.
nice.
Right. Yeah. Keith, the problem with the scenario in which you're trying to steal this game from this GameStop is that we know that Kyle, as a GameStop employee, would.
A former GameStop employee with a
Right.
vendetta against the company.
But if he was still employed there and insisted that you pay money and also buy the coverage for scratches and then wouldn't let you leave the store until you bought it, you would pay money for it. You'd pay extra money.
By the way,
that's true.
you didn't catch it, but I did. I thought it was because I intentionally asked you for scratch protection on a cartridge game.
Wait, is the Vita? Do they have cartridges?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, I had no idea.
things. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
it turns out
memory.
that whole UMD thing wasn't a good idea.
Huh? Who knew? Most, I think. Yeah, that was very fun. I don't know if you noticed, I was so thrown off by you saying that I had stormed the counter that I said no, I didn't almost.
Yeah, you did. You totally know.
Well, you said that you were holding it in your hand.
Yeah.
In my mind, it was that it was behind me on like the shelf behind the counter, and then you had like walked over and like picked it up. Like, no, I have it in my hand now.
Oh no, Kyle. Most games at GameStops aren't behind the counter.
I guess.
Yeah, but I was just so confused. I was like, "What? No, I didn't."
Oh, you know what it was?
That's yeah.
When you were saying like, no, like I can see the game right there. It made me think of when I went to GameStop when Persona 3 came out, and
Yeah.
I was like trying to get the guy to give me the game, and it was behind the counter, but he had never heard of Persona or Shin Megami Tensei. And like he was looking in the P section, and I was like, no, it's in the S section because it's Shin Megami Tensei, and I could see it right there, and like he just couldn't find it, and it was bizarre.
Which means that you were also the first person to try and buy that game from him.
I was the first person in America to try to buy Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And you
I've
hold that
had-
distinction in the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's true.
That one's safe too. No one is going to play that game before you, at least until time travel was invented. So
Yeah, I'm right above Guy to shoot a marshmallow out of his asshole the farthest distance.
Great.
weird. It's weird organization in that book this year.
Fuck, I think I screwed it up, guys.
Whoa, no, I didn't see that there was a puzzle. Let's puzzle this.
What? Yeah, I'm watching.
By
you
the
try
way,
to
when I was
puzzle.
in that
How many? What are the numbers you're trying to get to? Because I can't even see on the thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the final number is supposed to be.
oh my god, you just set off the time
We
vortex thing.
destroyed everything.
Is that good?
The anomaly.
There is
I
a
think
new
this-
Silver Vita that got announced.
Yeah, I
Mario
just saw
64
that.
in the chat room says.
I want to
Jeff
black.
Gerstmann saying that they're putting that stupid cat in Phantasy Star Online 2, and that he never liked that thing.
Great.
That's great.
Yeah. So if you are either excited or angered by that stupid cat for Phantasy Star Online, too bad, as it is also in Phantasy Star Online 2.
Sometimes, as someone who has never played a Phantasy Star Online game, I sometimes love to hear Jeff talk about Phantasy Star Online.
I played probably about 50 hours of Phantasy Star Online, but I played it offline.
Elliot, what happened? What did
Yeah,
you
I
do?
think a lot of people had that experience.
Yeah,
I didn't do
It was
anything.
great. I loved it.
that's a great
Try and
game.
find a way to open
Yeah.
the door.
And I remember
But
it looking amazing. And then I also, when I tried out a Japanese version of Phantasy Star Online 2 for the PC, it looked exactly like I remembered it looking, which is an impressive thing for a game to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like where it looks totally different, but like you're like, oh, this is what this game looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
It totally like evoked that experience that you
yeah.
had.
In the
Yeah.
chat room, people who do or have worked at GameStop or other retailers are discussing their favorite mispronunciations of games from customers, like the games that they're looking for.
Halo ODST.
I think probably Otst. I think Otst.
Oh, OTS.
Yeah. Call of Duty Black
I wanted
Ops.
to give that
though,
guy the benefit of the doubt.
When I was at that classic game store earlier today, getting my NES games, like a bunch of kids came in that looked
Wait,
like they were.
Bought more NES games?
Yeah, I did.
It was
Let's
while
talk
you were in the
about that.
bathroom.
RPD,
Yeah.
Wait, RPD Outfitter says Lenore instead of LA Noir. Some guy,
yeah,
Kirby the Almighty said, someone called my Kirby lanyard a Kirby Vanguard.
I always play the Vanguard class when I play Kirby games. I think.
So I was in the store looking at NES games and stuff, and these three kids that looked like they were about high school age, like maybe seniors in high school or something, came in, and I don't know, they were like looking around, and like it seemed like one of the three kids was into buying some games, and like the other two kids are just like, why are we here? And like I heard one of them say like, what was it, like, oh, I did play PC games because it's so much easier. Like, I get all the games on PC for free, and it's great. And it's just like, ugh, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have to put
But
in the
anyways, I
numbers?
bought.
Wait, you mean
I bought
someone
back
from high
then.
school was the worst?
Yeah, there was this person from high school, and I thought they weren't very nice, and I didn't like them that much.
Oh
Yeah.
man, look at this! Look at this sick
4, 8,
keyboard
15,
interface, you guys.
16, 23, 42.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That sounds like a thing that people say before they start footballing.
Like,
Hey, it worked! Maybe I should have been doing that immediately instead of trying to solve the
Bill.
puzzle.
you're spoiling.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
sorry.
the facility was gonna blow up again, and now we know it doesn't.
Wait,
My bad.
so correct me if I'm wrong, Phil. The game gave you the objective to enter the numbers on the computer, and the first thing that you did was not to just go to the computer and enter the
I don't-
numbers?
I don't think
Kyle,
the game...
you're not one to talk.
The game did not give me that objective. The game said, figure out how to open this door, so that's what I was
Oh.
doing.
Okay, never mind.
And apparently I also had to do that immediately. And I actually didn't even know that I could access the computer. I thought I had to open the door first.
Wait,
Sorry,
so
let
when
me,
you're not
let me
doing
go
it,
back
is
a second. Keith, go fuck yourself.
hold on. When you're not, I mean, don't hold on. That's already been that's on the record. Is the timer's not going down?
I don't know if it is now. Let me.
Keith, this is a video game. They couldn't possibly do an objective in real time.
It doesn't look like it's going down now. Now that I've.
They didn't
oh
have
no,
the
it
tech-
is. It went down to 107.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
So can you just like
Too
stand
soon.
here and watch it and let it go down to nothing?
Do you want me to stand here for 108 minutes?
Yeah, like yes, of course I do.
No, it's just 107.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
But I tweeted this that game store I went to, Game Zone in Salem, Massachusetts. The best part about the store is they have a sign hanging outside that's basically just an enormous NES
I
controller.
saw that sign. That was an awesome
Nice.
sign.
That is a cool
Awesome
sign.
sign.
Those are the
what
people
did
that are at
you-
PAX, right?
What did you end
No.
up buying? I want to know what you bought.
I bought. I went in with the intention of hopefully getting some like Super Nintendo games that were good that I didn't want to wait for, but they didn't really have anything except Super Castlevania 4, and it was a little more than I wanted to pay for it. So I ended up just kind of picking stuff at random from the NES stuff that was like $5 and $10, and just going like, yeah, I'll just pick these games, whatever.
You can't.
got,
You couldn't have. Now I feel like that's a store that you could have actually bartered at. Like
Maybe.
Like
Yeah,
it's
I guess
Super
it's just
Nintendo.
not really in my niche.
Yeah, it's like this is like 80. How much were they doing it for? It wasn't 80. I was just making that up. But
Yeah,
what, like
they were selling
25
$80.
bucks.
It was like 45 or 50, but I knew that I could get it for 30 or 35 on Amazon.
Yeah, you should have been like, I can get this for 30, 35 on Amazon. Can I get it for 30 or 35 here so that you guys have $30 or $35 more?
That's a good idea. You're right. Yeah,
'Cause
that didn't even occur to me.
Because turns out you guys probably aren't doing so well.
Phil, you have to dial down that bottom one.
That's what you
Apparently
always
they're
say.
doing. Apparently they're doing well enough to buy that sick ass NES controller sign because they didn't have that before.
I guess, but that might have been. They might just have like an irrational owner. Like,
Yeah.
boss, you got
I mean,
80
they're
bucks.
video
Perfect.
games,
That's
man.
exactly enough for this sign I like. Like,
I got. Let me
Jeff,
see.
our boss is really fun, but he's running us into the ground.
I got Faxanadu because I knew nothing about it, but I just remembered someone saying that it was good, so I bought it. I also got Dragon Warrior and what else? Those were like the two games that were good that I got. Then I also picked out Athena kind of at random because I was just like, yeah, okay. And I got oh man, I can't even remember. I did get Nagano 98 Winter Olympics for the N64.
Perfect.
Though.
Good.
Yeah, that's
Because that was one of those games I had as a kid that I hated because it was terrible and I got rid of it. But now it's like I want to have it so that I can in the future show people how bad it is.
Phil. That's that bottom one. I think the one above the bottom left one. So the second one from the left on the top. I think spin that one to be facing down, and that might work. Unless you just got it.
What?
Okay, top one, the one that I'm behind you, so I'm trying to solve this with you. Yeah, do the
What
T-shape
is
one.
happening on this screen?
Face it downwards.
He's doing
Make
like
it-
a really bad puzzle.
Make it connect down.
This is insane to me.
The top one, that one. Make that one connect down.
I don't.
I'm pointing on my screen as if you could see me.
That's
The second
not-
one over.
The
Can
one
you
that's
rotate that one?
that's between 70, 55, 55, and 40.
Yes.
You want the one that's pointing up to also point down.
It's pointed down
But I
instead.
don't think that makes sense because then that top one doesn't get any juice.
Oh, that's a top one up there. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
don't-
idiot. How
I
the
don't-
fuck do you get that 40 down then? I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what I'm wondering. I'm wondering how to get the 40 down. I don't know.
Oh, can you put a cross in there? Can you put a plus sign there?
What does the other one have to be?
Even
Low.
that doesn't get it down enough. Or that doesn't get it down anymore, I guess is what I
Right.
should say. This is
Oh,
puzzles.
don't feed any of it to the bottom one. Feed it all to the top one and then split it at the top one.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
See, we talked about this video game.
Yeah, this is some hardcore Lost via Domus action, and I'm loving
I
it
got
for
Sun
real.
Race FX.
Bleeding Heart says in the chat,
Did
the
it.
point is...
Nailed it.
Nice. The point is, Kyle now has the most comprehensive Hanafuda and incest anime dating sim SNES collection ever. Guinness record number 2.
Marmalade Boy isn't incest. Oh my god.
You keep arguing for that.
No, that was the first time.
I think that's a thing that you've been talking about for a long time now.
What is?
What?
Just Kyle's constantly defending incest.
Constantly.
Oh yeah, no, I hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Our,
bet you
our
do.
binary domain, our binary domain Let's Plays full of just basically Kyle defending incest.
It's killing me that I
Those
can't
rules were
remember
put in
any of
place
these
in a
NES
different
games I
time,
bought.
Keith. And I'm like, no, Kyle, it's necessary. The world's changed, not that much, Kyle.
Oh, fuck this game.
Yeah.
This is happening again.
Are you
There are
like?
literally like 3 of these in a row. They're just like, do all of these.
You can stop at any time.
No. Not so much.
Have any of you guys heard of MiG-29 Soviet fighter for the NES?
No,
No.
but I want to.
So I saw this cartridge in the NES pile at that store that was like silver and it was like all weirdly shaped. And I looked at it and saw that it didn't have a Nintendo seal of quality on it, so I
That's
guess it
usually
was
a
an
good
unlicensed
sign.
game.
Oh, that's a great sign.
Yeah, and the cartridge, the back of the cartridge said "Made in Taiwan, patent pending" in big letters, and there was a window on the back of the cartridge with a little switch sticking out of it, and but this game was by Codemasters, but it had a switch sticking out of it. And the switch was just labeled position A, position B, and then under position B it said, only use this position if game does not work in position A.
Sure.
I was just like, what? And so I decided I had to have it, and that was one of the games I bought.
Why wouldn't they
And it
just
came
make
out
it
in-
so that it works in position A?
I don't know.
And what happens
The
if you
ga-
use it in position B while position A is in operation?
Well, you can only do position B or A.
I don't know. Maybe you
You can't-
can do position B the entire time, and they just don't want you to.
Mine-
And it's like the hatch.
For me, it worked in position B. I got Archon.
I don't know what that is.
You don't
That
know
sounds
Archon?
It's a
Oh.
Batman game. Batman
No,
Archon
it's like
Asylum.
it's
Oh.
been on like every classic system ever. It was a pretty popular game. It's a chess game where all the chess pieces are like fantasy creatures, and then they don't move like chess pieces. Like you can move them like in whatever way that you want on the grid, but then when they occupy the same space as an enemy piece, instead of just taking the pieces have to go into like a battle and fight each other in real time, and you control
it's-
the monsters.
It's wizard's chess.
Basically, it started on the 2600, but this is the NES version. It's way different.
Oh, these
you probably-
puzzles are the worst.
You need a lot more juice to that middle one, huh?
And it's like
Yeah.
almost impossible to help you because we're like 10 seconds behind.
Exactly.
It's really
And also, I have no idea what this garbage is.
that's the biggest problem in my opinion.
That Kyle
Should-
doesn't know what garbage is.
Yeah.
Yes. Could somebody
He's
really
got-
explain that to him?
He's constantly making me lunch, and it's just empty cans of tuna fish and the plastic rings from soda cans. And I'm like, Kyle, this is garbage. And he's like, oh, sorry. I literally didn't know.
I also bought a $5 copy of Stunt Race FX for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, man. That's the funniest thing.
Seemed like a dumb thing to do.
Yep.
I was just like, yeah, I'll pay $5 for this dumb game.
Oh, I'm real close.
You're
I'm real
pretty
to having
close.
this.
You're pretty close, I think. It's like 3:30, so I've like moved my microphone to my bed,
Oh,
and I can hear you. And I can, if I look over, if I crane my neck, I can see the screen. But for the most part,
That's great.
yeah,
Oh, you're
I'm
so
very
close.
comfortable.
You're very close, Phil.
I'm so
I'm sorry about.
close.
Yeah, I'm sorry about whispering
I'm
how
so
close.
close. I'm so ready for this.
While you're in
Ah, I
bed.
did it. I got it.
Oh,
well done.